Hello, my name's Joe Johnson and I've been actively engaged in research into natural remedies for over 20 years. If you have plantar fasciitis, then you need to really listen because this crucial short video will directly affect you. What I've discovered about stopping plantar fasciitis quickly is cutting edge and just might be the untapped resource that you have been looking for. And I'm going to show you how simple it is to quickly reduce and even stop your plantar fasciitis pain, and just as importantly, how to switch on and speed up your body's own natural healing mechanisms without the need for surgery and without risking your health to expensive and useless and even dangerous drugs. Now, Emma Williams, she's the editor on this website. She's urged me to share with you details of an astonishing discovery that I've made about plantar fasciitis. So, if you have plantar fasciitis, what is going on? Well, think of it like this. It's whether through wear and tear, or strain, or toxicity build-up, or maybe through an unfortunate accident, then your foot may be damaged and need repairing, right? Now, unless you find a way to stimulate your own body's healing mechanisms without damaging your body's delicate chemical balance, then sooner or later you may end up losing the mobility in your foot altogether. And I want you to consider this. If you've been stressed, maybe overworked or taking drugs, and that includes painkillers and anti-inflammatory drugs, then your body's healing mechanisms will have become even weaker. And that is often enough for your healing mechanism to be interrupted or even stopped altogether. Once you experience plantar fasciitis, you can struggle to move or walk for months or even years. Some people with plantar fasciitis, if it's left untreated, they never walk properly again. And to make things even worse, as I said earlier, if you've used painkillers and anti-inflammatories to kill the pain around the foot, that means you're going to have to swallow them, which means that the whole of your body's healing mechanisms is now shocked and weakened even further. It's because of the toxic impact of the powerful pain-killing chemicals, because that's what these drugs are, they're chemicals. This is why painkillers and anti-inflammatories, they appear to work for a day or two, but then the plantar fasciitis problems come back worse than ever before, and you take more painkillers and it just goes on and on. And in case you're in any doubt about the danger of modern painkillers or anti-inflammatories, and they're sometimes called non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs, well, according to a recent report by eminent US doctors, and you can see the proof below, in the United States alone, the total number of deaths caused by conventional medicine, like painkillers and like anti-inflammatories, is almost 800,000 men, women and children every year. That's 2,200 a day. So it's now evident that the American medical system is the major cause of death and injury in the United States. And that's the doctors, these eminent doctors are saying that, not me. So that's what your painkillers are doing to you. So I was desperate to find a way of reducing and even stopping your plantar fasciitis, and at the same time stimulating your body's healing mechanisms into healing your plantar fasciitis as fast as possible. But it had to be done without harming or damaging in any way, the amazing biochemical miracle that your incredible human body is. We don't want to put any more poisons in it. I've seen so many people lose the mobility in their foot, and then they lose their health. And it starts with simple conditions like plantar fasciitis. And even after expensive and painful surgery, things go wrong and it's tragic. And so often it is avoidable. Now that's why I've done my research. You see, human beings with plantar fasciitis have been around for tens of thousands of years. And pharmaceutical companies have been around for about 100 years. Now, these drug companies, they don't want you to know what your ancestors knew. So my first step in research is always to go back into history and see what the ancestors, how they treated any problem. Now, after a lot of reading, and I don't mean the usual herbalist books, whilst I can't reveal all my sources, I've got secret access to the very best herbalist books on the planet. Books that are mostly kept hidden away by rich collectors, private libraries, specialist libraries, even drug companies have got some amazing herbalist books and they keep them hidden away. Now I've also got access to books that modern science believes are not even worth looking at. Books written by people who've got zero medical qualifications but have lived in the wild, learning and practicing the secrets of Mother Nature each and every day of their lives, learning more and more. And these people have passed down herbal remedies from one generation to the next, to the next, to the next, because these remedies work. And it was in one such research book that I found the clues to an ancient cure for plantar fasciitis. And it was in a ramshackle bookshop. It was just behind the Port of Antibes in southern France. The book was over 200 years old. Now my French isn't that good, but fortunately most of these books are written in Latin. Now my Latin isn't that good either, but I knew enough about the botanical names and I recognised the plant names. But when I looked at it, I was puzzled. See, there were several amazing remedies in that book. But there was one remedy that stood out, and that remedy I was found was for swelling and injury of the sole of the foot. But the plants that I'd read about I'd never considered for use for plantar fasciitis, for no problems like that at all. Anyway, I took notes of the type of plants used, where they're best collected from, the ratio and the mixture and the preparation, and just about everything else that I could think of that might help me make this remedy. Now, of course, I'd heard of these herbs before and I've used them before many times, but I had no idea then that once mixed in the right combination that they would produce stimulate such an incredible pain relieving effect, but more importantly, an incredible healing effect directly into the aching foot. Now, I knew that up to now, most natural remedies for plantar fasciitis, they don't work because they're nothing more than a mild stimulant. It warms the skin, it stimulates the blood flow, but they don't affect the pain levels, and they certainly don't affect the healing mechanism to any degree at all. It might feel like they're helping a little, but for plantar fasciitis, they don't work. They're just not strong enough. Now, I expected my research to last about 6 to 12 months, but I had a 100% proven remedy in 6 weeks. I wanted to test it for longer, but my conscience wouldn't let me because every single client with plantar fasciitis was reporting amazing results, sometimes in just a few hours. This remedy has been proven now loads of times to quickly reduce the plantar fasciitis pain, and it rapidly speeds up the healing time of the painful, aching foot. So, how do you use this remedy? Well, it's very, very simple. You simply massage just a few drops. It's a clear, pleasant smelling remedy directly on to your aching foot, the soles of the foot. And it'll take you about 10 seconds. And you do that 3 times a day. Finally, and you've got to make sure that you do this, you put lots of the stuff on the sole of your feet at bedtime. And that's it. It is that easy. So soon, the speedy healing process will begin. Your pain levels will come down very quickly. Hopefully, you'll no longer need the lousy, powerful, pain-killing chemicals that slaughter your already tired immune system. And the prospect of painful and expensive surgery will hopefully go away as well. Now, I've made the remedy so that it's simple and it's easy and it's convenient to use. It's very concentrated. So, one bottle, it'll last you a long time. It doesn't look like much, but this remedy really does pack a wallop. When you put it on, you'll feel your foot improving. Within a few hours of using it, it'll feel different and you'll know your foot is getting better. Soon, you'll have mobility in your foot and hopefully saying goodbye to painkillers for good. Your foot will be returning to health, and that's all this is about. So, this is a convenient, easy to use remedy, and it means that you don't have to spend your days making expensive, and time-consuming appointments with therapists and doctors and people like that, or discussing your problems with strangers down at the drugstore trying to find something that works. It's just a small bottle of a clear, thick liquid, and it smells nice, and the bottle is small, so it'll easily fit into your pocket or into your purse, and you can dab a few drops onto your foot during the day, and you can use it with whatever appliances you use, or whether it's thick socks or a brace or whatever. Now, I plan to launch the remedy called Plantar Fasciitis Doctor with advertising, fancy packaging, and sending it out to my small network of distributors, but I never got the chance. Word quickly spread about the results that I was getting, and doctors and patients and herbalists, they came here to my practice and literally demanded I make it for them. But I couldn't, it wasn't so simple. You see, I tested a lot of different herbs, and the only organic herbs which consistently stop the plantar fasciitis comes from the Middle East. Now, I ask you, in these war-torn, struggling times, can you imagine how hard it is to import a shipment of herbs from the Middle East? Now, to say my ingredient supply is in the lap of the gods is a massive understatement. However, I've recently had enough ingredients and I've manufactured 3 batches, and I've made each batch by hand myself. I've measured the herbs, I've weighed the herbs, I've mixed the ingredients myself, I've blended the herbs myself. So on that score, don't worry about the Plantar Fasciitis Doctor remedy. The remedies that I make are of the highest possible quality. Now, I've handed over 2 of the batches to my trusted friend, Emma Williams. So if you've got plantar fasciitis, then I strongly suggest that you get this remedy. And it's called Plantar Fasciitis Doctor. Now get it before supplies run out, or before you inadvertently harm yourself with more of those painkillers, or before you end up needing surgery. And like I said earlier, this remedy packs a wallop. You'll feel your foot improving within just a few hours. You'll know your foot is getting better. Okay? But you must hurry. Now, I normally only give this remedy to my personal clients and fellow herbalists. I've never committed a single batch of this remedy to anybody else before. Now, Emma begged me not to let other herbalists or online stores know what we were up to till she had the stock. Well, now she's got it, and it's good to know it's going faster than we both imagined. So if you mess around or think of coming back later on, you might miss out. And if you've got plantar fasciitis, then that would be a horrible mistake. So don't let that happen. The result we're going to get is you being free of plantar fasciitis and being able to move pain-free once more. So have a good look round at the testimonials and see what this remedy, how it's helped other men and women across the country get rid of their plantar fasciitis very fast. Now, maybe you've got a few understandable seeds of doubt, and that's fair enough. So let me put your mind at rest so that you can experience this remedy for yourself completely risk-free. You can try the Plantar Fasciitis Doctor risk-free for 90 days. And you won't risk a single penny for trying the remedy for yourself, because you've got an ironclad 90-day unconditional 100% money back guarantee. But putting that clear and simple, see, this remedy, it's a breakthrough. There's nothing else like it. So if this remedy doesn't quickly and easily get rid of your plantar fasciitis, or you're not completely satisfied in any way at all, then I insist you send the remedy back to Emma in any condition, and she will personally make sure that you get a fast and full refund of every penny you paid for the remedy. No questions, no hassles, nothing like that. And you can keep all the bonus ebooks as a thanks for trying the remedy. And you have my word on that, because this remedy works. Okay, so how much will the Plantar Fasciitis Doctor remedy cost you? Well, I normally charge my clients $200 for an appointment, plus $170 for the remedy because it is handmade. Now, because you don't have an appointment with me, and appointments with me are pretty hard to get anyway, plus we're not using my offices and my premises, and we're not using my staff and all the other expenses, I've agreed with Emma that we can afford to give you a 50% discount on this remedy. This means that you can get the plantar fasciitis doctor remedy for just $87 plus $5 shipping. That means that you're going to save over $280. And Emma's literally manhandled me into giving you an additional gift, a set of bonus health ebooks. Now they're valued at $127, and we're giving them to the first 100 people who try this remedy. And you can see the details of the books below. Now that book set alone is worth more than the cost of these remedies. So this is the first time, and maybe the last time, that this remedy has ever been sold for less than $170. It's an amazing offer. $87, it's less than the price of those useless painkillers we were on about, and it's less than the price of a visit to your doctor. And it's certainly less than the price of painful surgery, which you might need unless you get the problem sorted fast. So remember, this is risk-free. So order your remedy right now, while Emma's got the stock and you're still on this page. Click on the link below. Emma will look after you. And if you have any questions about the plantar fasciitis or even about the remedy itself, you can write to me at any time. Click on the link below and Emma will get your remedy in the post to you today. And I look forward to helping you get rid of this painful condition once and for all. Okay? Bye for now.